Right now, the Democrats are battling it out today over Wyoming's 12 delegates, I should say. And you should see the ticker here, 78% of the vote in, 59% for Obama, 40% for Hillary Clinton. But how do things stand in the next really big matchup? Pennsylvania on April 22nd, where 158 delegates are up for grabs. Here to help us crunch the latest poll numbers, Democratic pollster Bernard Whitman and GOP pollster Whit Ayers. Thank you both for being here.
Hey, Brett. Good to be here.
Good to be here.
Bernard, as you look at the numbers right now, the latest poll in Pennsylvania has Hillary Clinton with a pretty big lead there, 52% to 37%. Does this state shape up in her category?
Well, I think so. She did remarkably well in Ohio, and of course, people are really hurting in Ohio. But the demographics and the psychographics of Pennsylvania are quite similar to the neighboring state. And with an 18-point lead going in, I think she's very well positioned. But we have seen Hillary's lead evaporate very quickly in a number of other states. And so I think that she's going to have to continue to press her case and differentiate herself with Obama in order to maintain the advantage that she currently has.
With there you see 52 to 37. We have seen other states where Barack Obama, given time, has closed the gap. I mean, talk about being given time. This is a lot of time.
It is a lot of time, almost as much time as it's been since we voted in Iowa. But I agree with Bernard. This is a state that's tailor-made for Hillary Clinton. But there are a number of others coming up, like Mississippi and North Carolina, that are tailor-made for Barack Obama. So regardless of what happens in Pennsylvania, this is a long way from over.
Yeah, Bernard, as you look at the issues that are most important to Democrats in Pennsylvania, obviously the economy, as we've seen pretty much in every state, tops that list at 35%. And you see on these polls how the economy has really gained favor as the most popular issue. Healthcare is roughly the same at 19%, and the Iraq War has dropped to 17%. Does this state set up pretty much like Ohio set up?
Well, I think it does. And more than that, I think it foreshadows what we're going to see in the general election. And as this increasingly turns into a debate about the economy, the Democrats' chances, I think, become better and better and better. We have in both Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama two candidates who understand how difficult it's been over the last 8 years and how difficult it's getting. And then on the Republican side, you have a candidate, John McCain, whose idea of an economic rescue plan is to give multi-million-dollar tax breaks to multimillionaires. And we tried that before under Reagan, and we created huge deficits. We've now got the biggest deficits in American history under Bush. And I just don't think the general public is going to buy that one more time from the Republicans.
Whit, we talk about a lot of time. There's a lot of time before we get to a general election race. But as you look at the matchup polls, the matchups between Barack Obama and John McCain, currently now Obama leads 47.9% to 42.8% against John McCain. And then you flip on over to Hillary Clinton. It's very close, 46.8% to 46.1%. Is it too early to make this kind of judgment, to look at these polls and say that they're an accurate portrayal of what a general election would look at?
Yes, it's far too early. What these polls tell you are two things. First of all, it's going to be very close regardless of whether the Democratic nominee is Obama or Clinton. And second, it tells you that John McCain has already consolidated the Republican base. Some other polls out this week show that there are more Democrats ready to vote for McCain than Republicans ready to vote for either Obama or Clinton. So John McCain has already consolidated the base, and all these concerns that he would have difficulty doing so is yesterday's news.
And Whit, quickly responded to Bernard, do you think the economy is potentially John McCain's Achilles heel?
No, I don't, because you're going to have Bush tax cuts that expire, and you're going to have the Democrats arguing that what we really need is a massive tax increase as we have fears of recession. That's not going to sell very effectively.
Bernard, Whit, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks so much.
Surely, Brett.